Sports Talk 1080, the team Orlando's Tuck and O'Neill with Mike Tuck. I'm Jerry O'Neill. Normally, it's football season. You got the football out. You hold the football down here. I have inappropriate beer logo on my shirt. Therefore, we go up here tight.
High and tight.
High and tight. Now, Mike, one of the things that's been discussed a lot, and I think it's just maybe a slow week in between the end of the conference championships and the Super Bowl, has been the ongoing dialogue about the likability of one of the two quarterbacks, Cam Newton. What makes it that people have not liked Cam Newton?
I think people do like Cam Newton.
Oh, people are coming around to Cam Newton, right?
I think there are people. Oh, there's no question. I think if we're going to take a poll as far as most popular players in the NFL, he's up in that top 10 range somewhere.
But
he
hasn't been.
And he hasn't been the MVP of the league either.
Right.
He hasn't been the centerpiece. He's a quarterback. He's an incredible football player. He is the kind of quarterback that has gone often criticized because we've been slow to accept the dual threat quarterback.
I don't buy that.
Well,
I don't buy that.
Well, I think we have.
I don't buy that.
You don't buy that.
Russell Wilson? Has Russell Wilson gone through that? Colin Kaepernick has, even though he was a star evolving in front of us and more acceptable. I don't buy. I do believe this. Part of the problem for Cam Newton goes back to a couple of things. One is the issue at Florida, though I don't think many people know exactly.
Exactly. No, I agree 100%.
I want to continue.
I don't think
I want to continue.
90% of people know about that.
Some people do, and I think it had a bearing on their feeling toward him. Couple more things, though. One is the situation as a college football quarterback when his dad admitted he tried to, quote, sell his son to a higher bidder. And that still settles with people. And then let's be honest, arrogance amongst those who have yet to climb to the top doesn't sit well with a lot of football fans or sports fans. I mean, if you want to be arrogant, Steph Curry, if he were scoring 10 points a game and, not being the superstar that he's evolved into, the way he does his mouthpiece, the way he dances and stands after he made three before running the other end, wouldn't play as well. The higher you are on superstar status, the more people will begin to like who you are and what you do.
Steph Curry was doing all that stuff before he won a championship and before he won an MVP. I think he has more of the underdog appearance, though, because he's not small, but small by NBA standards. Cam is a big man, and I do think some of that plays in, but you agree with me. 90% of the people that watch the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton have no idea what he did in college.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 90. I don't buy that.
It's a super high percentage because the NFL
you
fan
mean
and the college fan.
The problems in college.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about that, quite frankly, anymore.
It's not that people don't care about it.
There's a lot of guys that have problems before in life, and I think it's one. I think you hit on it first. It's kind of a boredom factor, but it's also a newness thing because the Carolina Panthers have never been center stage like they have been this year, right? They are on the top shelf. They have been all year long, right. And at no point previous were they that centerpiece of the NFL like they've become this year. And so it's just a talking point about what do you think of this guy? What is he bringing to the table?
But we have a tendency, even amongst those that we may not have a liking for, the further they go in a championship run, or as their career evolves and they're the centerpiece. And as we said, it looks as though he's going to be the MVP of the league this year. That would be an upset if he's not, is that you'll have a tendency to like the guy more. That's just a natural fascination in the world of sports.
Yeah, and I think he has more of a potential to be a star than a previous champion like Russell Wilson. He just has more flair. He has more personality. Russell Wilson's, thank God, after the game and very humble, and I love the dude, but, right. Cam Newton's big smile on his face, and he's dancing, he's giving footballs to kids.
Right.
There's a lot more to talk about with him, and I think the advertisers are already realizing that. He's in a lot more commercials now, and he's about to be in a lot more if he wins one more game.
He is a heavy favorite. He and his teammates, Super Bowl 50, will have the game on the radio. We talk weekdays 3 to 7. Sports Talk 1080 The Team, Orlando.